Hey guys, so this week I was working on these two concept illustrations, which later on I think I will be using them to make a big either acrylic or oil painting. Also, a reason why I started off making these small watercolor illustrations before actually starting with the painting directly is because it's much easier to figure out the color scheme and what the entire painting might look like while working on a smaller sketch, and you'll know if the color would work out or not. Like for both the illustrations, I found that there were a few problems with the colors, so I'll be making changes in the big painting, and it is important that you do a small illustration with the color scheme so that when actually creating the big painting, you'll know if the colors actually go well or not. I've also realized that a lot of the times the final color scheme that I choose is after a lot of trial and error method of using different color schemes, and finally I'm happy with one and I end up using that for the bigger painting. After you figure out what the basic composition for the painting is, everything else other than the main composition is just figured out using trial and error. You just have to decide what looks good and what doesn't, or what feels right and what doesn't. So this illustration is basically I wanted it to reflect this feeling that how most of the times you're not in control of your desires, and you end up choosing something that gives you momentary pleasure or happiness over something that you actually need to work hard towards, and which actually takes a lot of time and effort, and you give into the fear of not being able to do it. Also, I wanted it to represent how we almost always look for something exterior to fulfill and make us feel whole. I made this illustration with the idea that how our mind is so caged, and we almost always refuse to admit that. The birds and flowers are a metaphor for how beautiful life would be if we chose to think more openly, and just the society just stops you from doing that. Also, the cage also reflects the comfort zone that we always have and we always stay in, and it is so important to not be limited to that comfort zone and to always try to at least do something that scares us. So that's it for this week's video. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.